Good morning, everybody. You know who I am. Now, just want to make some things very clear. And please understand where I'm coming from. My weenie bee when I say this. We have to understand something. And please listen very closely to what I'm going to tell you. Everything that you're seeing transpire, from the pandemic to riots and race wars, this is all by design. This is divide and conquer. You see, since I was a child, I've known about a lot of things with this government because God has bestowed knowledge upon my heart. I even knew about technology since I was a child. I knew that the TVs were monetization. I knew they were for control and for dumbing down society, and also a form of entertainment. I knew that since I was a kid. I also know that in no way, shape, or form does it make any sense. Now hear me out on this. If there was really a coronavirus the way that they say there is, and I'm not saying there's not something getting people sick. Absolutely there is, but it's targeted. Because there is no way. What happened? Tito, what happened? What's the matter, Weedy Bee? What happened? Okay, I know. Hold on. Okay, guys, I have to do this over, but I want you to know something. This has been planned out because honestly, if there was really a pandemic like the coronavirus, there's no way that when there's protests like this that they wouldn't use that into play. They can just easily say, okay guys, you want to protest, you're going to get the coronavirus. They have not said that at all. Want to know why? Because this is all planned out and this is all caused. Okay? This is planned to divide and conquer. First, there was the coronavirus to get people, it's about control, to get people to stay in their homes, lose their jobs, lose their income, lose their minds. Okay? And also weed out people with a targeted sickness, targeted individuals like, the baby boomer generation or people that don't have good immune systems. They can't handle, they zap people, they remotely control. That's why they talk about remote. People being remote controlled in a sickness form. Like, they can remote control you to become sick. They can absolutely do this from miles away without you even knowing. Another thing they can do is they have sleeper cells. So what these sleeper cells do is, they'll be, protesters that mean well, doing the right thing, calmly protesting with 100% sincerity, and they have every right to do so. But then you'll have a select few that actually don't even know they work for the government. They are remotely controlled to lash out and cause havoc and chaos and destruction and to loot. And then what happens is so when you have one person that starts this, you'll have people that follow and they lead the way. And once you have enough people following, more people follow and more people follow, and then it's nationwide. It's just, they have in each state, they have sleeper cells, and all they do is like turn a switch, and these people, it's like in the movies, which you see with people just out of nowhere just reacting upon stuff. And they have people that murder people like this, and they don't even know, that they work for the government, that they work for the CIA, that they work for the FBI, they work for the underground cabal. We are living in a one world government. I know people don't want to believe that, but I'm telling you, I know for a fact. I know for a fact. Because that's what the United Nations is founded on. The United Nations. It says it right in your face. United Nations. They plan the world's destruction right there, right here in New York. And so when these things are happening, they're sitting back in their penthouses, in their beautiful vacation homes, in a house like Ex Machina, okay? And just watching it. The world is a stage. And then you have the politicians, they in on it too. They're puppets. And the president's a puppet too. It's all orchestrated. The whole thing is orchestrated. This is all orchestrated events. And they know exactly how to play it out. They know exactly how to use the public. Even if you weren't planning on being in on this, you will be in on it without even knowing. And rest assured that they use people that don't even know that they're working for the government. I know I sound like a real conspiracy theorist. I know all about this stuff. I've always known about it. They want to divide and conquer because they know if we came together as a nation, that their cabal would be in big trouble. They would not stand a chance. And it's also about control. They want to control the population. And this is like, how can I put it? It's a game to them. It's like a chess game to these elitists, these Kabbalists, these sociopaths, these control freaks. You have no idea. But also, in all reality, God is allowing this to happen because we are living in the end times. So in all reality, yes, God has loosed Satan upon this earth to do the bidding. But in all reality, God is the ultimately in control. And people say, well, how can that be? How can God be ultimately controlled and also Satan have his hand in it? How? I'm going to tell you how. Because our minds are too small to understand where God is coming from and how God works. So you can have God who's all holy and things like this go on and people say, well, where is God? He is there. He is there. This is prophetic. As wrong as it is for what they did to that man, but it was planned out. It was all planned out from years ago. This very moment in time where you see what's going on was planned out years ago. And so was 01. That was planned out too. And I was in labor that day. Go figure that. My son, one of my children were born on Halloween, and my daughter I was in labor with her on 9/11. Because someone made a comment to me, they said that they are having a baby. I said, to have a baby in this time, you're a warrior. You're a warrior. To bring a child into this world, to have children living in this time frame, we're living in the end times. Look at my Weedy bee. Look at that little angel. Look at him. Wait. Be careful. So I want you to know all lives matter. God made everybody. People are the skin color they are because of the climate they come from. Don't you understand? Okay? Nobody is better than anyone. It's a skin tone. It's a skin color. Why people look so deeply into it. And you know what, guys? And I'm sorry, I'm going to be honest with you. You have to understand where I'm coming from. Being the only white person in Black Harlem is not easy for me, especially what is going on. I get called all kinds of names. I get put down, and I'm not racist. My children are all biracial. In Hunts Point, I keep telling you this because you have to understand where I'm coming from. I know you're not going to like what I'm saying, but I'm telling you the truth. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. And I'm not racist, but I want you to understand something. When I lived in Hunts Point, I was the only person of my color in that area. The only one that lived there. Yeah, there were other hoes that came in and out, but I lived there for over a decade. I lived with everybody. And I was accepted after time, after having to earn my respect. And it was not easy. When I first went to Hunts Point, I was called all kinds of names at first, of course. They thought I was a cop. They thought I was a school teacher. They even called me school teacher. Yes. You believe that? I was called all kinds of names. But after they seen that I'm not like everyone else with this skin tone. I don't judge people by the color of their skin. How can anyone do that? Even vice versa. I'm sorry, it's the truth. Because all lives should matter. God made everybody. God didn't just make white. God didn't just make black. God just didn't make tan. God made all human beings. And we're all people that have feelings. And these white people that are brainwashed since they were children, and it's wrong. And the same thing, I'm sorry, let's be honest, with some black folks when they were young. They're raised to be racist because what they went through in slavery. And I understand that. But you cannot judge everybody by bad apples. I know they say a bad apple ruins the bunch. I understand that. But at the same time, you have to understand that not all people if there's bad and good in every race. There's bad and good in every... Weedy B, I can't throw you right now, baby. He wants me to throw him. There's bad and good in every race, guys. But I have to get ready. I have to go to my program. And I want you to know something. God made everybody. And if anybody challenges what I'm saying, fine. But I'll tell you one thing. There's nobody better than anybody. The only perfect human being is Jesus Christ. And what those people did, they will pay for it. And anybody who judges a person by the color of their skin will be judged by God. Because God says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. He didn't say, oh, love your neighbor if they're the same skin color as you. But I have to go. I have to take care of my son, get ready to go to my program. God bless you guys. And remember, we are all human beings. We all deserve a chance.